So in one of my previous videos, I talked about the two books that I've already written. So I just wanted to present those because I didn't have them next to me when I was recording the last time. So um, the first book is "And Hannah Stop Crying: Biblical Reflections of Purpose, Promise, and Hope for Women Facing Infertility." That's my name. This book was published in 2021. Yeah, in 2021. And it's a book that's about um, part about my story dealing with issues of infertility. And also, it highlights God was showing me things when I was writing this book about how, if you are a person who has a woman who has dealt with trying to conceive, wondering what's happening, like why your womb is not opening. He revealed the concept about set time and how there's a set time for each one of us to be born because purpose is linked to your birth. What you've been called to come here into this earth to do is very much linked to that set time and moment when you are conceived. And so this book gives a lot of encouragement. It gives a lot of biblical perspective and insight as to how to go about in your waiting process. It also has some scriptures and decrees and prayers that you can begin incorporating as you are waiting on God to open your womb. It also highlights some things, like, for example, with King David's wife, um, and how she mocked God and was mocking David because of the worship that David was putting forward. So, and what happened with that is she left the earth childless. So there's, certain things and actions and responsibilities that we have, um, even when it comes to, trying to conceive. So those that are dealing with infertility, I encourage you to go on Amazon and purchase this book. Um, it has had a lot of great reviews so far, just of family and friends, and some people that I don't even know who have read the book um, and utilized it and in their own life. So um, that's the first book, And Hannah Stop Crying. And then the next book is called Still Time for Miracles: How to Partnering with God to Perform Miracles. This was just published in 2022. And this book, the Lord was really having me highlight the importance of us being his partner. And what does that mean? Um, God has called all of us. He brought all of us into to life and into being with the intention that we would not profane his holiness, that we would be in partnership with him, understanding who we are and understanding that he uses us to perform miracles. Um, Miracles come every day in one form or another. This book will help, like, open your eyes about the miracles that you are seeing and maybe ignoring. It helps you to understand that direct link between you and God, and how to be his partner. And so miracles, Moses, I write here in the book about Moses going through boot camp training, a miracle boot camp training, um, which is interesting. I'm talking about this now because it was for Moses, it was, leading up to that Red Sea deliverance that God did. And so there were there were stages that the Lord was teaching Moses how to go about and perform a miracle, and how to contend with the demonic. And so miracles require your complete obedience, because when God is ready to perform a miracle, he can't have you trying to do it out of your own strength. He can't have you going to the left when he's telling you to go right. It requires your complete obedience. And so, for example, I mentioned here in the Bible, I mean, in this book, about how how God commanded Moses at two different times to go before the rock so that water could come out to quench the thirst of the Israelites. And because God told Moses to do it one way the first time, Moses presumed that that was the way to do it again. And he got rebuked by the Lord for presuming, um, and also for his disobedience. And so this is a great book. This also can be found on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or whatever online um, uh, outlet that there is for books. Still Time for Miracles, and it is still time for miracles. Many of you may be called as miracle workers. That's what God calls them, miracle workers. And so if you have that calling on you to um, perform miracles and act miracles, then this book will definitely help you to understand the role that you're supposed to play with the Lord, and not going your own way, but staying step and hand in hand, step in step with Him, um, to produce the miracles that He wants produced in people. So whether that's through deliverance, through healings, um, for causing blind eyes to see, for growing limbs, all of that. Um, Go ahead and get this book. So I just wanted to come back on to share that, because like I said, I mentioned it in a video that I did earlier, and I didn't have the books next to me because I kind of just went and did the video. So may you all be blessed. I thank you for the support and purchasing of the two books. Again, you can find them on Barnes and Noble, Amazon, any book outlet online book outlet. I think both of them are in Kindle as well. So you guys have a blessed day. Thank you very much.